Okay, I know you can barely see me, but apparently my brother had a firework like hidden, and so he just brought it out and he said I should film it. So here we go. Hopefully the camera picks it up. Maybe you saw the English lesson I did about Canada Day. Well, we're back at my brother's house and we are going to do an English lesson about how Americans celebrate the 4th of July. And the first thing we are going to look at is the famous hot dog eating contest that takes place once a year down in New York City. We're going to try to watch it here in this garage. All right, my brother is here. We're going to try to get the television set up here in the garage so we can watch the hot dog eating contest. So it's a little bit of an issue here though. We're having a little bit of a problem, I think.
I just need a flashlight so I can see.
All right, flashlight. I mean, surely in this garage we'll be able to find a flashlight, no? It's getting very technical here. We got a flashlight. We got the HDMI changing. There's the remote control. Here you go, bud. He has on his phone the hot dog eating contest, and we are going to try to mirror his phone with this large TV. Step out here while they are working on getting the TV set up, but I did use mirror as a verb. You have probably heard of that as a noun. It's something you look in to see your reflection, but what we are trying to do is show what is happening on Brian, the guy who's camera shy, see what's happening on his phone so we can get a bigger picture on the TV, but it'll be doing the exact same thing. His phone will be playing what we see on the TV, and we call that mirroring. And in English, it's pretty hard to say, I think, mirroring. Mirroring. Success. It is working. We are about to watch the hot dog eating contest. I've moved to a quieter part of the party. If we could even call it a party, it's not really a party. It's more of a get together. Just people are getting together, sitting around, talking. But I would like to teach you two things. One, the weather isn't exactly cooperating with us today. If you can see, it's kind of cloudy, a little dreary. The weather is a little dreary. It's a little sad today. But cooperating means working together. So at your office, you might have another person you sometimes cooperate with. That just means working together. And unfortunately, the weather isn't cooperating with us today. It's a little cool, not great for swimming. It's a little cloudy. The weather isn't exactly cooperating with us today. And also, decked out. Decked out is a phrasal verb a lot of my friends have said today, so I thought, let's teach that. On the 4th of July, some Americans like to get decked out with the American flag, which means they will wear shirts that have the American flag on it. They might put decorations up with the American flag. And unfortunately, or fortunately, our party still has Canadian decorations up, but the deck is pretty much decked out with American flags, kind of. If you saw my video about Canada Day, the deck was definitely more decked out with Canadian flags. But deck can also be a noun. That is the thing that is right near the pool. We call that a deck. Sometimes we will just sit on the deck and talk. If you saw the Canada Day video, you know that this is a Blackstone. And while most Americans will do a traditional barbecue, we just had barbecue a couple days ago. So this is more Japanese inspired. This is a hibachi. We got some onions browning. Can you hear that sizzle? And because the weather wasn't so great, remember, it wasn't cooperating with us, my brother and his wife put up this blue thing we call a pop-up. And it's 4th of July, but I still see, what is this over here? This is I think that's a Canadian bathing suit. I really wish this was a more of an American bathing suit for 4th of July. You might also hear some Americans call the American flag the Stars and Stripes because it does have 50 stars on the flag, and it also has 13 stripes. 13 stripes for the original 13 colonies. And yes, even dogs can be decked out in the Stars and Stripes. this is my plate for the 4th of July. I have a little hibachi on the left, and on top you can see some pink sauce. We call that yum yum sauce in English. And on the right, it's just a little macaroni salad. Maybe you can see some baby tomatoes in there. Every year I make a strawberry cake for 4th of July, but I didn't have as much time this year. So instead of making homemade icing and homemade cake batter, I went store-bought, which means I didn't put in the sugar or the flour to make something from scratch. I bought it at the store. I'm just hoping nobody can tell the difference between my homemade cake from last year and my store-bought cake this year. We might say the cake came from a box. And of course, we will be lighting off some fireworks once it gets dark, but unfortunately my camera will not pick that up. You can just imagine them. Maybe I'll put in some like other people's fireworks, people who have a better camera. Actually, I think my brother is going to light off a smoke bomb. Okay, I know you can barely see me, but apparently my brother had a firework like hidden, and so he just brought it out and he said I should film it. So here we go. Hopefully the camera picks it up. Hopefully I can capture it on film. Do you hear it raining down here, all the particles? It's technically illegal to light off fireworks here in this neighborhood, but there are tons of other neighbors that are doing the same thing. So hopefully the police will not show up. Hopefully they won't come here. But if they do, of course, I'll record the whole thing. I hope you have enjoyed this English lesson about the 4th of July. If you are looking for another English lesson, check out this one. I interviewed a Canadian about Canada Day.